Anyway, do you know what 108 stands for?
Yes.
What is that?
All right, dude. You got me last week. I don't know. 108 stitches
There's
on baseball.
108 new orders for those ridiculous torpedo bats. But first, let's talk about our boy Jesse. How about he's back? Uncle Jesse's back, and actually, he's not. He's gone. Hey,
Dude, I
wait,
feel
he's
like
back. He's
it's,
gone. He's back. He's gone.
I just feel like it's
It's like
it's
a Braves
destined for
mascot.
him to be in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, he won a World Series here, so that's a thing.
That is true. Hey, and
Yeah,
when we were
and he helped a
when
lot.
we went to the World Series, his parents were standing in front of me to get a beer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when we were me and little
Did I
Chris were
meet
sitting
them?
there.
Was that? No, I was
No, I
somewhere
don't know
else
what
jumping
you were
around.
doing.
Huh?
I would say I don't know what you were doing. This was when we were still in the Battery. We were waiting in line at that little Terrapin kiosk right outside. What was it? Fox's Brothers. And his parents were standing right in front of us.
Did you talk to him?
I did. They seem like pretty cool guys.
Did you ask them why their son only performs well when he plays for the Atlanta Braves?
No, because at the time he hadn't really done his thing in Atlanta. Because you think that's 2021, so he wasn't a mythical being that he is now.
Well, he was a standard mythical being at that point, and he's now he's like legendary status. How many times has he been on team? Like 17.
Let's see. I think this is officially. I think this is the 7th actual time he's been in Atlanta. The 5th time since 2021.
Just absolutely insane. Just like it's crazy. When I honestly, was it the same day that you texted me and said or sent me the article where he was DFA'd and you're like the Braves are gonna go get him, and then like later that day the Braves signed him? Is that like did it happen like
Yeah,
that? Was it that
it was
fast? Was it within
it was
hours?
within a 12-hour span. Like it happened, he gets DFA'd, and then I see a tweet on Twitter, and it was like the Braves are now on the clock, and within 12 hours he had signed a minor league deal with the Braves.
Do you think it's like one of those things where uh they have like a notification set? The Braves are like, well, if that guy goes out on the market, we got to just pick him up. We automatically draft a contract. He's automatically on the team. Like we
So they
kick
may just have
somebody
one in
down to
waiting. Yeah,
yeah,
they may just
just
have
like
one
there
in
you go.
waiting. Like, hey, as soon as it gets released or he gets released or DFA'd, it's hey, let's send this out.
Yeah, I mean at this rate they probably make a jersey for him every time they make a new run of jerseys just in case, because I mean, you know, who knows?
I mean, why not?
He actually has proven to be pretty helpful for the Braves most of the time he's been there. He's a freaking middle reliever, but sometimes he's really had some strong innings.
I saw like when he got basically DFA'd by the Braves, the other day. I looked it up, and he's pitched 187 games as a Brave. He's 12-9 with I want to say a 3.1 ERA.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, he's got like a 4.5 ERA. He's I think like 19 or 20 and 41.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably way the wrong way. He honestly, it's been pretty historic how different it is with the Braves and everybody else that he's played for in the same season. Like he'll be really bad, they'll drop him, and then he'll pitch like some shutout innings back to back days as soon as he puts a Braves jersey on. Like as soon as he steps foot in Georgia, he's like, I am Superman again. It's wild, but back to the minors he goes. So we'll see if he comes back up. I guess I don't know. I mean, it's always great to see him.
I would think he'd be back. I mean, just because the way that the Braves bullpen was taxed over the first 5 games of the year, where I think the bullpen ended up throwing over 20 innings, which is kind
Yeah.
of not a good recipe for success.
Well, and I mean, Ronaldo Lopez is out for an extended period of time, if not the year. So they're
Yay,
gonna need to.
Bryce Elder.
They got to
Welcome
figure
to
something
stay
out.
in Atlanta.
They're gonna have to make a trade or something. I don't know. Good luck, Atlanta.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if they can. I know Spencer's on his way, but it's been rough going so far.
I mean, 2 series, man. 2 series, way too early. It's barely April, like
Oh, I
literally.
know. Yeah, I mean, here we are. What is it? April? I mean, it's the second day of April, and you got people online that are already freaking out just because they're the only winless team in baseball. But this team is too good to not be successful.
Let me put it to you like this. How about this? Um, the famous Bill Haywood, original Bill Haywood, Senior, said it's only May, and then proceeded to die. His grandson takes over the team and goes a worst to first run on the season, the same season, and it was May when the panic started to ensue. Like it's barely even April. Okay, I think everybody's got some time, including the Braves. They also have some, like a Cy Young winner, former MVP, former MVP candidate Marcell Ozuna. He's going to have to play left field. He's just gonna have to. He's just gonna have to play some left field. That's just all there is to it. He's just gonna
We
have to
saw how
find his glove wherever it is and put it on.
I said we saw how bad that was in St. Louis, which is surprising that the dude ever won a Gold Glove, but he did. But I was watching the behind the spring training thing with the Braves, and hey, he was working out with the outfilders all spring.
He's
They were
supposed to.
making fun
He's
of
an
him,
outfielder.
but well,
He
last
needs
year he
to
was
do
working out as
something.
a first baseman. This year they made him work out with the outfielders.
Yeah, because he's not good enough to play first base. How bad on defense do you have to be to not be able to literally receive the baseball? I am a former first baseman. It's hard. I'm not trying. All right, everybody, slow down. But just catch the ball. That's all you have to do. And he can't even do that. Like, well, back to maybe outfield. Just don't go too bad out there, okay? Just please don't fall down. Don't pull a Conseco.
Hey, well, I mean, I don't think he's ever, or I don't think that's happened since Canseco, but I mean, he has fallen down quite a few times in the outfield, and we saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? How about this? Don't pull a Manny Ramirez.
There we go. That's
That's a
better.
once in a lifetime. What
Yes.
are you doing? You're cutting me off? Why would you do that? All right.
Yeah.
I digress. I digress. So I guess we should probably get to the the hot topic. And
Well,
for honestly, listen, like, okay, what? Go ahead, because I think you should probably get to introduce this thing because it's
I
basically
mean, I
it's
would.
people are accusing you guys of witchcraft. Witchcraft.
I mean, I get the outrage just because it's something new and something different. You know, the traditionalists not.
Is it
Uh,
new?
no, that's the thing. But it's new to the public eye because they haven't noticed it. You know, they've been using these bats in the fall league for the last couple of years. They've been using them in spring training. They've been using them. They've had guys that have come out and said, "Hey, we dabbled with it last year and didn't really like it, so it wasn't for me." But what we're talking about are those quote unquote, I guess they are going to call them torpedo bats because, I mean, that's what they kind of look like. Um,
Yeah,
but
they
you
totally
know,
look like that.
it's I think it's actually a good concept. You know, for
It's awesome.
each individual hitter, it's going to be different. You know,
Yeah.
some people are going to like it, some people aren't. Um, you know, basically what they're doing is, you know, I've got, and I saw a video with Cameron Maben talking about it the other day, and essentially he swung a 271 for the early part of his career. And essentially what you're doing is you're taking a little bit of the wood from where they cup the bat or they That's what they call it. They cup the bat at the end of the bat, and they're moving it down into the barrel. So it's actually creating a little bit larger sweet spot because it's making it closer to the hands. Whereas most of the guys feel like not necessarily they're getting jammed, but that's where they're hitting kind of on the lower end of the sweet spot. So it's creating a little bit larger wood or a little bit larger area for the wood. And it's allowing the, greater success for the hitters.
Yeah, I when I heard about it originally, I thought it was the coolest idea ever, and I still think it's a great idea. Like Anthony Volpe was statistically hitting the ball there, and why not try and use the information you're getting and maximize it instead of changing his swing? Why don't you change the tools he's using to manipulate the outcome? And I forget who it was. Um, I don't know. It was a baseball writer who's not normally on ESPN or Baseball Tonight, rather, on MLB Network. Wow, I'm way off on MLB Network. But he was talking about it, and he said it's not only is the concept the way that it is, where they have the force and more down towards the label, but it's also the wood that they're using. They're not using maple. Mostly these models are mostly birch, which is like a little bit softer wood. So it's like almost like it's like a trampoline effect on top of the like high concentration, right? So it's like double the different trajectory of the baseball bat. So it's manipulating the tools that you have for the project in the swing. They the fifth whatever, how many home runs was it? 9 in a game.
They hit 9 in the game on the second day of the
Fifth,
season. So on
yeah,
Saturday
15
over the
in the
weekend.
series, right?
Yes.
And that's like the famous number. But like Aaron Judge's weren't hit with a torpedo bat. He could hit with a freaking golf club. He could hit it a mile. It just depends on who's using the bat. Jazz Chisholm, that makes sense that he swings long too. So
And what you were just like you were just saying with the golf club terminology, I mean, it's essentially the same type of thing that golf club manufacturers are doing with the way you can go into a lab and they can um, decide where the face of the club, the angle that it lays at. So why not do this with a baseball bat? The gentleman that they're crediting with the coming up with the idea, Aaron. Um, God, I don't know how to say his last
Leanhart.
name.
Leanhart.
Leanhart.
Yeah.
Um, it. I like I said, I think it's 100%. Just it's fantastic for the game. If it wasn't such an extravagant number, that record tying 9 home runs in a game, are we really talking about it that this much?
No, it doesn't even matter about that. It's the fact that the Yankees did it. It's that there is a picture on the interwebs of a guy in a Yankee uniform. It happens to be Jazz Chisholm, who a lot of people are polarized about that guy anyway. But they see him, they see the Yankee jersey, and they see what appears to be a deformed bat or a different looking bat than most people see. And so you know what that means? They're freaking cheating, right? Which
Yeah.
I actually this time will defend the Yankees. I typically don't. Honestly, I hate that fucking franchise. Pardon my language, but this time, like, they just did it right, and actually, it wasn't them, but they were listening and paying attention to the league and the people around the league. And I mean, honestly, who gives a shit? The axe handle bats, those weird counterweight, like knob on the bottom bats,
The puck knob.
using massive amounts of pine tar. All this stuff is used to manipulate the way that you swing, how fast you swing, how slow you swing. It's a tool, and I don't really understand the problem. I did see, though, the one thing that I will, and I forgot. I'm sorry to any and everybody who listens to this. I did not research this in time, but I did hear that there might be some weird language to the actual rules of a bat that's defined by the MLB that might get in the way. But they might just they should just like rewrite that then, because it seems like it's taking over the league again. There's a lot of people like Ellie De La Cruz had a really good day after he switched to a model, which who cares? But there's like 6 7 Ryan Jeffers, I think, is one of the guys. There's a few
Francisco
of them.
Lindor.
Lindor, yeah, there's a good few that have already been using them. I think if I recall correctly, we had a bat in high school that was for hitting drills.
The
That
Easton
actually it might
Torpedo.
have been, yeah, I think it actually might have been a real thing.
It
Like
was.
no, I mean like at my school. Like I want to say, looking at it because I saw a picture of it today, and I want to say that it like I recall having that, and it didn't help me at all or anything like that because I didn't have a big, long, lazy swing. I was pretty tight to the ball anyway. So like that effect wouldn't have really gravitated towards me. I was usually barreling the ball towards right field because I was pretty almost too tight actually. Should have pulled the ball more. I'm too tall. I'll crush that thing. Psst. Take me back. Anyway, you would never strike me out. That's just put it to bed. Leave it alone. It to me, it's only the Yankees perspective that people are getting all hot and bothered about. You can't take something about baseball and be mad about it because it helps the game move forward. Obviously, hitting has become a real bummer. It's been strikeout or home run lately. Pitching's gotten really good, so we got to find a way for the hitters to start taking strides back. I just want them to learn how to hit doubles again, for the love of God. And if you're fast and you have a long swing, you don't have enough power to hit a home run. Maybe you'll be able to hit a double if you can get that swing around faster. So, okay, Anthony Volpe can hit a double, maybe a couple more home runs. Probably not that many more. I can't wait to see
Well,
what
he's got 4 hits on the year, and they've all left the ballpark.
I want to see what a 3-year study on these 7 to 10 guys that are currently using him. I want them to use him for 3 years, and I want to see what their career numbers look like in that
It's
versus the rest of it.
it's funny because I think Bellinger came out and I think it was Bellinger that came out and said, they used him a couple different times in BP last year, and he didn't feel like it was, for him. And he swings a Louisville Slugger, so different manufacturer than what Volpe and some of these other guys like Lindor. They're using the Marucci Invictus. He came out and was like, dude, I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I couldn't get a good feel for it. And then now he's swinging one this year after trying it all spring. And, I guess it was just because it was a small sample size and just trying it during BP and not really understanding what the concept of it was. But the like Marucci and Victus, they both have these actual hitting labs where, it's like you go in there and it looks like they're testing you for a video game, but they're all the analytics, swing speed, the angle of the barrel at maximum contact or at optimum contact, the way you load, the way your front foot lands, the way your back foot spins on your heel or on your toe. Sorry, it's the transfer of your weight in your body, and that's
Right.
and with that, like you said, a 3-year study. I think they've had a 3-year study because, like, as soon as these things became a big deal, I saw Marucci send out an email Sunday night. Victus sent out an email Sunday night. You go on Louisville Slugger's website, you can already pre-order the bats. Chandler, who Chisholm is swinging, and then Old Hickory, they're already all releasing these bats, and you wouldn't just see these hit the open market after one weekend if they hadn't done some research and development outside of what they quote unquote said they have done, like, to the public. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I more meant like at the MLB level, right? Because that's the new, and that's where the standard should be set, like the actual competition value. You have the world's best athletes using the world's best tools, right?
oh, no,
So
no, no,
that, I
I'm
mean,
talking
that's
about
what I meant by
these.
that.
Yeah, no, 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 I'm talking about the labs. Like, it's not just some
No, I
random
know. I
Joe Schmo off
no,
the road can go
I
to it.
definitely don't
So
think. Yeah, and I hear. Yeah, sorry, maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, of course, but I meant like as in I want to see the results on 95 mile an hour average freaking pitch windows. I want to see you know what they're actually hitting. If it's worth the shit to do that. Use those bats.
yeah,
I'm looking. I was reading this article that you put on the show notes about some insider saying that they think they'll be banned. It says a front office source, and this is a CBS Sports article, and they told them, I think MLB will be compelled to establish a rule to prevent them from getting out of hand, and I think the interest of fairness will direct the rule to be something that is more or less bans the torpedo design. I excuse me. Can I ask a real quick question? How does it, in the interest of fairness? Hey, there are 30 baseball teams, and guess what? They all can afford to buy new bats. Go for it. In the interest of fairness, open a freaking checkbook. It's not anyone's
yeah.
fault if it's within the specifications. Also, in this article, it says exactly that it does meet MLB specifications. So, literally, why should it be banned if it meets the rules? Like, what's the deal? Because it's shaped funny. It's shaped like
It's because it's
a
different.
bomb.
Yeah.
Who cares? That guy, whoever this guy is, just needs to go away and like stop with the skies falling like Chicken Little kind of crap. It's that's kind of one of the things. Here actually, this is where my soapbox gets in, and I won't stay on it. Okay, but like this is the kind of shit that bugs me about baseball, like purists, if you would, the quote unquote purists, is like nothing can change. Nothing can ever change. And I mean, I don't want like, crazy stuff to happen, but like what's wrong with updating some of the toolkit? Like, what's the problem with modernizing the baseball bat? So it's not one stick of wood. It has a little bit of scientific design to it. Well, if it can't have this scientific design to it, why does it even have a taper anyway? Why are we
Well, that's
allowed to
just
have a
like
knob at the end of the bat? Like, what's the deal?
that's
Where does it stop?
that's just like you were saying earlier. It's a different style of wood. Most of them are birch. So we used to basically just use ash bats. Then everything
Mhm.
went to maple because it was a harder wood. And now we're going to birch because it's that kind of in between, but it gives a little flex. So it creates
Yeah,
a
a little
greater
bounce.
trampoline,
Yeah,
the greater trampoline effect. So the ball
yeah.
essentially carries further. So yeah, why not? I mean, what's the deal? What's the issue? Um, I heard, I think it was Matt Strom, Phillies reliever. He was like, "Hey, if we're gonna do that, let us try and do more for our craft too." Which
Which is what,
I'm not
like what
saying.
the spider tack? Is that what he's
Yeah, I
talking?
say
Is
I'm
he
not
referring
going
to sticky
saying
stuff?
go back to that, but that's kind of the gist that I got from his statement. I wouldn't say necessarily we need that, but refine their tool too. Not just
Well,
refine the offense.
they have been refining their tool.
Yeah,
Their
they
tool is
have.
the baseball, and they've been messing with it, and they've been messing with it against their will. Um, I don't. Is it their sticky stuff on their hands, or is it their mitt? Like, what tool are they allowed to manipulate? Because they're defenders. Just because they're pitchers doesn't mean that they're not defend. They're on defense versus offense. You get a tool to help you with this side of the ball, and that is glove, right? Like what?
Yeah, it's
Like
like
why should we? I mean,
have you seen the meme where talking about
yeah,
the next great
yeah,
Yankee invention is like a fucking 4 foot long glove?
yeah. Which that is like a crazy, weird, dumb, illegal advantage because you just get so far out, just like you just throw it and it's gonna land on the giant leather pool of a mitt. Like it's
Yeah,
out, but no, I don't really know. Like I don't have a problem with spider tack anyway, but that's a separate thing because like I just don't have a problem with it. I don't know that the torpedo bat like theory or design and sticky stuff is. I don't think that those correlate to in my head. Like I don't think one equals the other, so I don't really know what Matt Strom's talking about. I think he's just trying to get away with using spider tack, which nice try, but I don't think they're necessarily the same conversation, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, as far as I know, it's you order up, buy bats, use them, play
You
baseball.
know,
Um,
like selling. It's funny. Like one of my coworkers, looked at me and was like, "Dude, so are we gonna bring in a bunch of these now?" And I was like, "Dude, it's not for just some random hitter off the street. These like bats are designed for certain swings and certain players. Like, yeah, it may be all the rage because people are just going to believe the hype and because what they see, but they and so they're just going to sell these stock bats now. These, like I said, they're going to be hot for a minute until people realize, hey, this isn't designed for just some random person off the street to go pick up and go to a game and be successful with it. It's for, like you said earlier, the highest athletes or the highest performing athletes in the game of baseball,
mhm.
and they're designed specifically for them.
You could say whatever you want. We know you're gonna get an Anthony Volpe model. Like it's fine. I mean, you're gonna get Why wouldn't you?
We
Why
already have
wouldn't
the
you?
Volpe one in stock, man.
With the torpedo?
No, it's just the normal one.
Yeah.
It's
No,
he came out in 24 with a model.
yeah, the listeners might not know you, but I do, and you've already looked into it. It's expensive, I'm sure. Uh, Weird. What a stupid thing to like take over, like the beginning of the baseball. See, not stupid. Like the concept is I can't say it enough. I think it's really great. I think it's really outside the box. It's a way to actually get a competitive advantage without cheating. Hurrah for somebody actually trying to follow the rules and play baseball like a smart person and innovate the game. Crazy, wild stuff. But
But to what your
it's
point was, is whoever would have thought we'd be talking about the way a bat was shaped at, in 2025?
because they hit a million
Like
freaking home
who would have
runs.
thought that would be a big thing?
Yeah. I wish the A's had done it. That would have been such a fun conversation. Like you guys don't even have a freaking home baseball park, but you can redesign a bat. Where are your priority?
So shit. The
Oh.
away or the visiting clubhouse, I think, is in the outfield.
Oh my God. The visiting clubhouse is in a neighboring state from California at this point. God bless that they're under attack. They're under
And their
attack
media
in their
room
own
is in
field.
like a build, like a I don't even know what they call them, but like it's a shed, but it's like one of those sheds you would like buy from like Home Depot, and it's got like numbers,
It's
like IKEA type shed to build. That's where they're holding all their media at.
it's a shed. it's it's a Connex box. About you clock radio. Oh my God, we're devolving pretty. We're we're devolving pretty quickly. But you know what we should be talking about, and I know we already talked about the Braves a little bit, but like, what an absolute jackass! And
What an idiot!
did I because I didn't read any article about what it was. So I'm sorry. Let me explain. Jurickson Profar from the Atlanta Braves was suspended for 80 games for performance-enhancing drugs. So he will be out the first half of the year. It will be after the All-Star break, right? When he'll come back. Is he going to miss the
Correct.
first, freaking half of 2025?
And if they make the postseason, he can't play.
Oh my God, that's right. That is a stipulation, right? That's
Yeah.
I would God. I saw because if anybody didn't know, he just signed this contract with the Braves in the offseason. He is gonna lose like $7 million for this. Like $7 million. That is such an amount of money to just like throw away. I don't know. And okay, why don't you explain to me your text? You mentioned that he shares something in common with somebody else.
Yeah. So I don't know how to say it. It's chorionic gonadotropin. I think that's how you say it. I mean,
I
at
used to
least
put that in
that's the
orange
way
juice.
yeah, I mean, at least that's how it kind of spells out.
Mhm.
But basically, what it is, it's a supplement to essentially restart the normal production of testosterone after a steroid cycle.
Okay, so it's like a masking agent for
Correct. Yes.
yeah.
It's the same masking agent that a guy that we actually spoke about earlier famously used when he got caught, Mr. Manny Ramirez.
Was it is it akin to what Fernando Tatis Jr. Was caught with? What was he caught with?
I believe it's very, 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 very similar.
You know why I'm asking. You know why I'm asking that, right?
Yeah, because they
Um,
were one, they were with the Padres, and two, off season, they supposedly are workout buddies with Mr. Tatis Sr.
yeah, and also, I know that he was. I understand that he was a highly touted prospect for the Rangers, right? Is that who drafted him in the Rangers? I know he
Yes.
spent a bulk of his like young career there. Um, he's never been good. He's always been hurt, or
No, it's
unfortunate.
just been mediocre.
Yeah, and then when yeah, exactly. When he was healthy, he was just like kind of ho hum. He was like a guy. He was almost like your fourth outfielder. Like he was just like one of them in the platoon. But last year he had this really nice year in San Diego, and boom,
First
here he
time All
is
Star.
caught with yeah, and now boom, here he is, caught with juicing. So I mean, it's hard. It's. I hate to do that about the whole body of work, especially with the steroid era getting to be long in the tooth, and everybody's kind of tired of talking about it. But how can you not lump their whole career into it when you start cheating? And it's against the rules, Chris. I don't know what else to say. Like I know that you have an issue with it, but like it's against the damn rules. And
I get it's against the rules, but once again, it's the player. It's not the steroids that does it.
sure, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have to assume it had to have affected his year last year. Like I'd be remiss to think that they don't go hand in hand. They can't be like just completely unrelated, right?
Maybe.
I mean, that seems like super suspect. Like there's just
I'm
such a
not going to let you
coincidence.
ever win that argument though.
I was fine. I mean, it's not. It's against the fucking rules, man. Like I don't know what else to say. Like I don't like I get it. I'm all about this steroids like endorsed freaking Olympics that they're gonna do, whatever that is, like the Limitless Games, whatever they're called. I don't even know. But have you heard of that?
I have
They're
not.
doing, yeah, they're doing. Let me see. Let's see here. Um, the enhanced games.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, the enhanced games is going to be like a performance drug Olympics. It's good. It was supposed to launch last year. Did it launch last year? Did it happen last year?
I've never heard of it, so I have no idea.
Oh my
But that
god.
sounds like a fun time.
Well, I mean, if it's going to make the competition better, I mean, you know, I'm a terrible person. I want to see, I want to see the best athleticism. I want to see big dingers. I want to see home runs, man. I want to see like the most severe drop off Uncle Charlie curveball I've ever seen in my life. I want to see it go from 12 to 6 straight out of the sky, or worse. I want to see like 7 to 5 or not, what 11 to 5, 11 to 5. That's
11,
it.
11 5.
Nailed it.
They say
I want to
7
see
5.
7 to 5.
7 to 5. We're literally just going horizontally. We're just sweeping.
That's just submariner, no problem. Um. Anyway, I just I can't believe that the Braves are having such bad luck so fast in the season, and it's 2 years in a row with this like crazy early bad luck. You know, last year Strider, very very early on in the season, and then this Jerickson Profar like right on cue as soon as the season starts, like hey, huge problem. Um,
The
which I
bad
don't
thing
know. I mean,
is like the Braves have, it had to have happened in spring training. Like, like they don't just randomly, I mean, a drug test, you're not going to just take a piss test and then pop that same day. So, it had to, the Braves had to have known. I mean, why else would they have gone out and signed Verdugo?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not like they got the test results and they called like CVS and was like, "Hey, we got to make a confession." Um, no, I mean, I'm sure they called him, called his agent, and they had probably a few days. I mean, you think it was like how far? Like spring training was like yesterday. What do you mean spring training? Like, do you mean like in like February or like sometime in March he got drug tested and then like a week later or whatever it came
Yeah,
out?
I
Or
mean, it
what do you
probably
mean?
happened at the end of spring training and then, a week or so later, the news popped. So I would think like towards the end of spring.
What an idiot, man. That's so I just think it's so stupid. Like you have this world class life. And I don't mean that like in like a jealous way. I mean that in a practical way. You're an athlete. Like the baseball team that you work for will make sure that you have nutritionists and dietitians and personal trainers and all of these people that are going to keep you in line and in check. And it's not like these dietitians don't know exactly what's on the ban list. Like, why are you even like anywhere near it? Like, why should you possibly even be in a room where if somebody sneezes you could possibly get granules in your freaking protein shake of this stuff? I don't even understand why you'd register for anything that's on that list ever at all, with the amount of education that you have surrounding you. It's like 100% a breakdown in I'm just going to cheat. And that's where it's just lazy for me. I'm sorry. I can't get behind it. I know you don't care. I just think it's the dumbest shit ever. Pardon my language. Rant.
It's all good, dude.
I
It's
mean,
all good.
it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like dumb move. And I mean,
No, especially in
Verdugo.
today's day and age, like, I mean, you're not going to get
Mhm.
away with it. Like, you got to know, like, you can't get away with it.
No. No, there's no way to get away with it. It's there's too many cameras, there's too much footage, there's too much data. You know, the media is all over you all the time. You know, paparazzi's taking pictures of you 24 hours a day. So like they know what you look like, what you do, how you act, who you're hanging out with, where you're going for vacation. They know how much money they make. Like we know
You
everything about
know,
these people. You can't hide.
I saw a video a couple weeks ago, and it was actually it was someone interviewing Lance Armstrong about like when he was taking whatever he was taking. I don't remember the actual name of the steroid he was taking, but the only reason he took it is because he knew the life of or the what they call the half life of that chemical that was going in his body. So like he could take it, and 4 hours later it was out of him. So
Hmm.
he came out and said, I took hundreds of piss tests and never once did I actually fail until I actually failed.
Right. Right. Freaking
So they
cheaters,
know
man.
they know. They just
Yeah.
leave it out and cross their fingers and hope nothing shows up.
Yeah. Well, I hate to pivot so hard, but I have to ask because I don't totally understand what happened. And you're a man who's had to deal with, rain delays and issues that are on the field. What on earth happened up there at Cellular One? What the
The
hell
White Sox just be White Soxing.
happened? Like what it did they just like did because it looked okay. So if you look at the picture of it, it looks like the actual tarp was like accidentally unfurled somewhere in left field early, and they were just like, it's
It looks
just
like,
so
oh shit, we're
heavy.
screwed now.
and, and then they found like freaking pool covers somewhere across the street. And
It
there's
was
like
literally like
seven.
going down the first base line. You had like a mound tarp and a
Oh,
plate
yeah.
tarp, like covering the first base line and first base. I think they had another mound tarp on the actual mound. The tarp
Yeah.
stopped between shortstop and the pitcher's mound, but then the bulk of it was still in left field.
It was, it was very. It was very much White Sox. Like it just like when I saw I remember seeing the picture and being like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, that's a White Sox. That
It's embarrassing,
it's
but
just gotta be tough, man. Fuck. A team.
exactly like they finally they put a good week opening weekend together. Hell, the first 4 games they had the best pitching or the best ERA in baseball. Now again, small sample size, but
Sure.
yeah, they finally, hey, we got something good here, and then we go ahead and do this. Like just it never fails. Like just White Sox be White Soxing, man.
I mean, just like it is. It's like almost automatic for those guys. And I mean, what? I don't know. I don't get it. Good luck to them. Good. Yay, South Side. South Side better than the North Side. The North Side
Hey, I
forever.
will
It
say
sucks.
pulling a
They are
tarp
turds.
is always miserable. It's brutal. Like it
Wait,
with
what? Are
the
you
doing it with
pulling
the
it as in
kids.
pulling it off the field?
No, like pulling it on the field, getting it off.
On,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
it sucks too, but because you got to get
yeah.
all the water, make sure
Yeah,
you
I think
divert
off.
all the water one
Mhm.
way, and but yeah, getting it on, it never. It's no one's ever in sync, especially with the kids doing it. I mean, it's a tough task, a task that should probably take 10, 15 minutes at most. Usually takes 30 minutes.
Did you have a full like field tarp, or did you just have mound and plate tarps?
So when I was in high school, we bought one my senior year for the full field, and then yeah, the last every year that I've coached high school baseball, yeah, we've had a full field.
So you had like a roll down the field, like outfield
Yeah,
line. Wow.
yeah. And then you're getting and everyone's scurrying over there, and everyone's all hectic and trying to do this as quick as possible, and
Hmm. Yeah, it's a
It never
mess.
works out like you want it to, but it's always a mess.
Yeah, we always did. We always just did the mound and the and home plate, but that was small, teeny tiny school baseball. But it was, I mean, it was still always an absolute nightmare to get everything moving and get it out there and get it on there. And the play,
Especially
like,
after it's
if
already started raining.
yeah, and we if we were at home, we were doing it, and if we were on the road, we were helping them do it. It was
Shit,
just
I
how it
remember in
was.
college one time we were playing. God, where were we? USC Aiken, and basically a storm front comes in, and a tornado actually touched down probably like 15, 20 miles from the actual field we were at, and I think we were in the fifth or sixth inning of a doubleheader. It was the second game of the doubleheader, and all of a sudden, just the skies open up, and they pull it. They get everything on. They basically use the tube that the tarp is rolled up in. They put it kind of like catty cornered at second base, just so to kind of weight down the tarp. And the wind was blowing so hard, and it was just, I mean, it was raining sideways. And
Mm,
we're in the dugout, and they had a little bathroom in our dugout, and we got probably 10, 15 guys in this little dugout bathroom, all just literally, shoulder to shoulder, can't move. And the next thing we know, we look out and the damn tube is in our dugout. And you hear this big crash and like everyone freaks out. And yeah, it's, like I said, nothing ever goes to plan when you pull that damn thing.
yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, it's always a madhouse during a rain delay. Oh, here's a fun fact for you. Apparently, I survived the shortest rain delay in banana ball history last Sunday. I took Penelope to see the banana ball game here in Atlanta on Sunday when they were here in town, and it was a
Still disappointed
blast.
in you.
It was awesome,
Still
man. It was
disappointed.
great. It was really fun. It was wild. It's so weird. It's almost like baseball's like in the background. I mean, it's not because they're playing a game, but it's it's very strange. Like there's music going at all times. Between every half inning, there is a very like grand plan play something. There's like characters that are specific. Like the first base coach is like he's doing dance moves all the time. There's a player that does wear stilts. It's a pitcher, and it's all just also nuts and like it's a circus. And it was fun. It was great, and they like gave away a lot of stuff to kids and it was a really good time. But at one point, the rain did start to pick up quite a bit, and they decided to pull the tarp. But even before they got it even started to unroll, it started to clear up, and the sun came back out. So they they left the big tarp off, and they just cleaned up the pitching mound and home plate, and then they went back at it. And they were like, "Yeah, that was the shortest rain delay we've ever had." Like I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it was. And it was, man, I'll tell you, you should go next time they come in town if you can get tickets. It was cool because just seeing the umpires like have to keep track of foul balls and like make sure a fan didn't catch it because that's an out. You know, it was cool, and they do like trick plays, like they yeah, so I think they're called trick plays, and they track them. So like, if it's a pop up, they'll like bounce it off their mitt and like play flip it for a second, and then they'll catch it. Which is that's I mean that I like that's cool. Or like they'll like flip it to somebody else, or do it between their legs, or the best play I did see, and this was the one thing. Here's the thing about the banana ball that I want you to keep in mind is that these are actually rather talented baseball players. Obviously,
Oh,
they're not
most of them are
major
either
leaguers.
college
They're
or former pro guys.
right, right, and so they are actual baseball players. They're not just performers, and for them to be able to do both of those things in tandem is pretty cool. So um, the there's a ground ball to short. There's a guy on first, so there's double play opportunity, obviously. The shortstop intentionally like bounce passes the baseball. Like he literally throws a basketball bounce pass. He hits the dirt very like in the middle, and it bounces straight back right to waist level for the second baseman to get, and he turns the double play pretty quickly. Normal double play, bang bang after that, but you could tell that was intentional, that he threw the ball like straight into the dirt to pop it back up like a Harlem Globetrotters kind of move, but it's in rhythm, man. Like it's something that they practice, that guy is good at doing. And I mean, it was really cool to see because it was live time. It wasn't like I watched it on a video and somebody had done it 50 times in a row. No, he did it, and it was, hey, this is ground ball, double play opportunity. I'm going to pull out this trick. And then he performed it, and the second baseman knew exactly what he was doing. It was really cool. So to see like that athleticism was great. And there was guys that hit doubles like regularly. There's guys that had cannons. It was really impressive. And it was also really goofy. And after a while, it got exhausting because they do play music nonstop. And there's like beach balls floating around in the crowd and stuff. It's a lot it's a 2-hour time limit game. So it was something. But Banana Ball, it was pretty cool. I endorse it. And everybody, if they come to your town, you can get tickets. Do it. It's very hard to get tickets. So P loved it. She was a big fan. Anyway.
Hey, well, I mean, I think it's good for the younger fans just to get them involved in the game, because most of the time they go to an actual Major League Baseball game. It's the kids would much rather hang out in the fun zone than actually sit there and pay attention and watch 9 innings of baseball.
That's gone.
What, I thought they renovated it.
Yeah, it's like a food court.
Oh,
there's
that's
like 5 or 6 there's like 5 or 6 like food stalls, and there's just like a bunch of like bar tables.
So they take Terrapin away from us, and they take the fun zone away.
Yeah, which is a nightmare. I mean, you said, I guess, quick off baseball rant. Well, it's baseball. It's a baseball bar. Yeah, did you see that Snapchat I sent everybody about the beers that were available on there? Like, it's obviously it's all like Molson Coors products, but it's all like really boring, like major, like whatever. It's just like boring baseball stadium beer. Like having Terrapin there was at least something different. I happen to like craft beer, or at least used to a lot more. But even if it wasn't like craft beer, it was something different than just like Bud Light, Mick Ultra, Miller Lite, Coors Light. And I mean, those are they're staples at beer, like baseball games of beer, but like it really sucks that Terrapin left and Blue Moon was their answer. Like, we're going to put a Blue Moon bar. Like, that's craft, right? Like, no, it's not. And it's a real bummer. But yeah, Truist Park is, it's got some unique differences when you go. It'll be.
How was the new Chop House?
I mean, it's depressing because it's my old section. So, but it looks fine. It looks just like the Chop House, just like extended.
So all they did was literally just extend it.
Yeah, like those, like there's like 5 rows instead of the like 15 or 12. There's just like six. There's a lot less seating. I don't understand. I mean, I know that they're going to fetch a lot more money for it, but it did not make me happy. Did not make me happy. They took my old precious seats. Absolutely ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as using bat tape as bubble gum. Listen, I tried not to talk about my beloved Cardinals today. Try not to show bias, but Wilson Contreras having a pretty rough start to the year. He can't even keep his bat in line. Apparently, during a game over the weekend, some of the bat tape started to like kind of loosen up, and he was worried about the pitch clock because that's a thing now. He doesn't want to get a strike called on him for delay a game. So he like ripped it off with his teeth, and I guess
Start chewing it.
just assume that I can't do anything else with this. I'm just gonna chew it like freaking bubble gum. It would have been great if he had hit a home run or something, but I don't think I can report that. I think he actually did get out on
Does
that
he have a
at
hit?
bat.
Does he have a hit yet?
I don't even know, man. He's had such a rough start. I have
I
him
know
on a
him and
fantasy
Mason
team. He's been
Wynn were
terrible.
struggling, but yet
Yeah.
you guys are winning. Won again today.
I mean, we did just lose a series to the Angels, so it's not exactly.
Oh, I thought they won 2 or
something
3.
No, lost in extras 2
Oh.
days in a row, and then won today.
Oh shit! No, I thought you guys won Monday and then lost yesterday and then won today.
Nope. Lost in extras on Monday, lost in extras yesterday, won today. Ivan Herrera 3 home runs. New record for St. Louis Cardinals catchers, which is kind of a weird record to have, but also appropriate because catchers are typically pretty bad hitters. Gotti wasn't good at hitting. No, I mean, he was good at hitting. He just wasn't like a home run hitter ever.
Well, he was for like during his prime, and then he kind of tailed off at the end. And I say he was a 20-25 guy.
I mean, 25 is, I feel like that might be generous. I don't know if he ever hit 25. He's just a really good hitter. Like, he was just a really good average hitter, and for average, not average hitter. He was a good hitter for average. There we go. And a timely hitter. He knew when to get the ball into the outfield to get that sacrifice fly. Like, he was able to do that. He was good. But obviously, we know why. Yadier Molina is the greatest catcher of all time. We don't need to argue
since we're
that.
talking about catchers, I mean, literally the first cycle of the year. Whoever would have thought? Carson Kelly.
I didn't even. Is he their daily catcher there?
No, he's their backup catcher.
Who's their other catcher in Chicago?
Amaya. God,
I don't know him, but Carson Kelly. I remember back in the day
Miguel
on
Amaya.
the Cardinals. Okay. I don't know him. But I remember Carson Kelly on the Cardinals. We traded. He was part of the Goldschmidt deal. It was Goldschmidt and Luke Wheeler. It was Carson Kelly and Luke Weaver for Paul Goldschmidt. Yep. And 2 of them are Yankees. One of them's a Cub now. Awesome. I just want to curl under this desk and die. That's makes me want to throw up everywhere. Awesome. Love that. Love that for me. Love that for you. Love that for all of us. Anything else that you wanted to wrap up?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's 2 guys for the Red Sox got absolutely paid. Garrett Crochet, was it 6 years, 180? I think. No, 170, sorry. Good for him. Finally becomes a starter in Chicago and then gets rewarded with $170 million a year later. And then Christian Campbell today played, what is it now, 6 games in the big leagues and just got, I think it was 8 years and 60. So, I mean, good for them, even though they're the Red Sox. But
that's the way to do it. I mean, what was that, like $8 million a year or something like that? Like, that's.
Oh yeah, it's a hell of a deal if he pans out. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's even the next Ozzie Albies, it pans out. Like, if he's even like just a great team player leader, like that's going to be very team friendly here in the next 3 years, $8 million a year. If he's, if he becomes an all-star even once, that's going to pay off for itself.
And then I think Ketel Marte today, what was it? I think 9 and 190.
I wouldn't have done that. I know that he's been pretty good. He's had some injury issues, right? And
yeah, he has.
And how old is he now? I feel like he's been around.
Say he's 31.
Are you sure? I feel like he's a little older than that. tell Marte 1993. So he's 32. All right, or 30. Yeah, 32.
No,
Yeah,
31.
born in what? He's born in 90. He's born in 93, October 93.
Yeah, no, I was born in 88.
Oh yeah,
I'm
duh.
36.
Sorry, I got it. I'm an idiot. I can do math.
So,
I can't
and it
do
was
math.
actually
I can do
6
math.
years and 115.
I wouldn't have done.
But
I
still,
just
I
wouldn't have
mean,
done that. I don't know. And he's a second baseman. Like, who gives a shit? Like, who cares? Like, what? Second base.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, congrats to all of them. They make more than me. I'm more than happy to send them my Venmo if they want to give me money. I will take it. But last thing I had was, hey man, Lance. You know, I freaking love you, man. I just, what an ode to fat dudes in sports, right? Like, I love Lance Lynn. I think he's hilarious. He actually is pretty good. I'm so glad that he came back to St. Louis for some length of time, and that's pretty cool. So I hope he didn't suffer brain damage that one time, but enjoy your retirement, dog. That was pretty cool. Congratulations on a career, man.
Yeah, no, I think he had a hell of a career, and he actually it was funny. He announced it on his wife's podcast, and the way he said it is, whether you love me or you hated me, you're welcome. You know, because you either cheered for me and hey, you're welcome for doing well, or you booed me and ran me out of the building when I was doing bad. So you're welcome for letting you be able to boo me.
Yeah, and he did it on April Fool's, so he can always come back and be like, "It was a joke. It was a joke. Here I am. Who wants to hire me for the playoff push? Atlanta. Somebody go down. I hope not. Anyway, I don't want to think. Hey, who cares? Let's not talk about that. All right. Well, I think that's it for us tonight. So everybody, thanks for listening. As always, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends if you like baseball. So do we. Let's hear what you think of our new podcast. So, Chris, always great to talk to you, buddy. Take care.
Always, my man.
Later.
See you, brother.